everyone, welcome back to this week's product review. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. This concealer launched mid-June. It retails for $24 US both online and in stores. It is an Ulta exclusive product, I believe, but you can also purchase it through tartecosmetics.com. It comes in 6 different shades in a 0.34 ounce tube. I was gonna say bottle, but it's not a bottle, it's a tube. And it comes with the biggest doe foot applicator I've ever seen in my life. I really wanted to get my hands on it and review it because everyone has been talking about it, everyone has been swearing by it, and so I wanted to see whether or not it worked for me. TarteCosmetics.com simply states that it is a vegan-friendly creamy concealer for radiant coverage and contouring. So on the website it does state that it doesn't only conceal, but you can also use it for contouring and highlighting. If you're going to be highlighting, it recommends that you grab a shade or two lighter than your skin tone, and if you're going to be contouring, then a shade or two darker. I'm not going to be using this for either highlight or contour. I'm simply going to be using it to conceal. So we'll see how it works. Aside from that, there really isn't any other description or claim as far as it being creaseless or long lasting or anything like that. So I'm going to see exactly how it wears for me throughout the day. So just like my last concealer review, I am going to be color correcting the right under eye area, but I am not going to be color correcting the left under eye area. I want to see how it wears with both the color corrector and without a color corrector. But since this concealer, unlike my last concealer that I reviewed, does not claim to be creaseless, I am going to be setting both under eye areas. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and color correct this under eye area, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I am done color correcting, I'm going to go ahead and add some foundation onto my entire face, but of course skipping the under eye area. And just in case you're wondering, for color correcting, I always use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So that is what I am using for today as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add foundation and be right back. Okay, so now that I am back with foundation and color corrector on one side, I can go ahead and get started in applying some of this to the under eye area. So straight on the website, it does talk about how to best use this product. For dark circles, the steps are to apply the concealer onto the under eye area in a triangle of light formation, and then to blend it out using the narrow side of the sponge that they also came out with, which I did not purchase because it really just reminded me of my beauty blender, just a more triangle shape. So I'm going to do that exactly, but with my trusty beauty blender instead. Okay, so just applying it in the triangle of a light formation. Oh yes, and in case I did not mention it earlier, which I'm not sure if I did or not, I grabbed the shade medium. So that is what I am working with. I almost grabbed tan, but once that set on my hand, it was too dark for me. So I ended up going back with medium. It does have a pretty pleasant scent. Okay, so applying that like that, and then doing the same to the other eye. Okay, so now going in with my damp beauty blender and just blending out the product underneath the eye. Okay, so I can tell you that the coverage is really intense, so it's really, really good, and it looks really good as well. Okay, so the color corrected side is now complete. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this side. Initial thoughts, I really like it. As you can see though, this side that I've color corrected, it like blends a lot nicer into my skin, so the area underneath the eye doesn't look as bright as this side that I did not color correct. So I'm assuming it has something to do with me color correcting. So now I'm going to go ahead and set the under eye area. So just grabbing my RCMA No Color Loose Powder as I normally would to set the under eye area and setting it. I really like the scent. Kind of perfumey, so if you're not into that, you might not like it. I'm assuming that'll probably wear off throughout the day, but right now, as of right now, I can definitely still smell it. So now that I am done setting, I am going to zoom you guys in so that you guys can take a closer look at how it looks as of right now. Okay, so as you can see, both sides pretty much look the same in my opinion. They look pretty similar. The product's not settling into any of my lines thus far, but I did set the product with some loose powders, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I guess we'll see how it wears throughout the day. But so far, I really love the way that this applied, and I love the way that this looks. So we'll see. And now that I've said it, I feel like both sides are like toned down and they look nice. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to finish off the rest of my face and I will be right back. Okay, so now I am back with a full face of makeup, and so far, it's looking pretty good. I like the way that it feels. I like that it's comfortable. It doesn't feel overwhelming underneath my eye. So far I am extremely surprised and really, really loving this product. It is currently 12:30, so I will see you all in a few hours for a midday check-in. Okay, so now I am back for a midday check-in. It is currently 5:02. Yeah, this concealer is wearing incredibly well. I don't know what it's made of. I can look at the ingredients, but I would have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm not a chemist, but holy cow, Tarte has put together one heck of a concealer. I mean, granted, it's only been, you know, a little bit over 4 hours, but my goodness, is it good? And both sides look pretty much the same to me. I think the left side, you can barely see my dark circles peeking through. But usually if I don't use a color corrector, they are like really visible by this point. So I was really impressed with that I didn't have to use a color corrector. And it still looks pretty good for it just being a concealer on top and nothing else to cover up my dark circles. So really, really super impressed with that. So now I'm going to zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at what it looks like after, you know, a little over 4 hours of wear. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, I love this concealer. It's wearing incredibly well. I mean, like, it does not crease. It hasn't creased on me. I did set it, so I don't know what it would look like without setting it. But I mean, I did set it because it didn't claim to be creaseless, and so I didn't want any surprises. Kind of almost looks exactly as it did when I first applied it. So that was a really big shock and a really nice surprise. Aside from that, I really don't have much else to say other than wow. One thing that I must add is that the perfumey scent that I mentioned when I was initially applying it, it lasted, or it stayed with me for about like an hour to 2 hours almost after, you know, I had finished with my makeup and I was going about my day. I did notice it for that long, but then it went away and I stopped noticing it. So if you are sensitive to that, just know that that smell does not last all throughout the day. It eventually just wears off, or you just stop noticing. And I just mention it because my nose is really sensitive to scents. Like, any kind of really strong perfumey scent will give me a headache, or it bothers me, or I get allergies. Like, my nose is just picky. So that is one thing that I must mention, just in case you have a similar nose. But like I said, you don't smell it all throughout the day. You only kind of notice that it's there for about an hour to 2 tops. So I will continue to wear this for probably about another 3.5 hours. I'll probably be finishing off my day at around 8:30. So I will come back and check back with you all at that time. Okay guys, so here I am. It is currently 8:22. So I've worn this for almost a good solid 8 hours, and wow. Like, wow. I'm like really, really impressed with this product. I did not expect it to hold up like it did. I did not expect it to look the way that it does, especially 8 hours later. Here you can see that there is no difference between the side that I color corrected and the side that I didn't, aside from I was thinking earlier that maybe you could kind of see my dark circles peeking through, but now that I'm looking at the viewfinder, I'm not really sure if that's still the case. It doesn't look cakey. It has not settled into any of my lines. Sometimes concealers underneath my eyes, they tend to like separate, especially, you know, when I apply something to like set them with, or with the color corrector underneath. Like, it just looks like separated, and it just doesn't look as combined and as flawless as it did after initial application. I'll show you guys here up close exactly what it looks like after 8 hours of wear. Okay, so as you can see, there's really not much of a difference from like 4 hours ago, or even like 8 hours ago. It has not settled into anything. It hasn't separated. I feel like it still pretty much looks the same as it did when I first applied it, but that's just my opinion. You guys tell me what you think. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this product. pretty impressed. So would I recommend this product? Absolutely. I would recommend this product. Nothing performs like this one did. So if you have not yet checked it out and you're in the market for a new concealer, I would highly recommend this Shape Tape concealer because it won't disappoint. It definitely will not disappoint you. So that is all that I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you found this video helpful, useful, what have you. As always, take care and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.